A couple have been jailed after selling a firearm to a gangster with a history of violence in an Aldi car park to fund cosmetic dental work. Police then discovered a second loaded firearm stashed in a man bag next to a pair of children's wellies when they raided the home of Fiona Crooks and Vincent Horsfall. The mum shouted, "We are fucked here," as she learned that officers had stormed their address. Liverpool Crown Court heard today that Horsfall bought a Colt firearm from a legitimate collector in Lancashire before selling it onwards to a Manchester-based convicted drug dealer. The man has not been named, also has previous convictions for offences including kidnapping and inflicting GBH. The prosecutor described how police found another firearm at Crooks' home in Netherley in September 2021 alongside live ammunition. Both she and Horsfall had been living there with a 6-year-old daughter, with the mum said to have played her part by encouraging Horsfall to trade firearms in order to make some money so they could enjoy the trappings of a luxurious lifestyle. This operation was led by Merseyside Police and Greater Manchester Police, and it discovered that an advert for sale for a Colt revolver handgun was placed on a website called Gunstar for £2,100 in April 2021. Horsfall contacted the seller before travelling to Manchester, meeting the gangster and taking receipt of a stolen BMW X3. Later the same day, both men met in vehicles in the car park of the Aldi supermarket, with Crooks driving a boyfriend to the location. The weapon was handed over during this meeting, with the other man then leaving and heading back towards Manchester on the M62, but around 7:15 he was pulled over by armed police. The male was seen reaching into the passenger footwell of the vehicle before being removed, with a search of his car finding the firearm in the glove compartment, wrapped in kitchen roll and oiled, alongside nearly £25,000 of cash in a plastic bag. The gun was found to be in working order and was successfully test fired with Horsfall's DNA on it. In 2021, in August, the couple went on holiday to Tenerife with Horsfall using a passport under the name of another man, David Smith, in order to travel. Upon their return, their car had been secretly bugged, with covert recordings subsequently capturing them discussing the potential sale of a firearm to someone who Crooks knew and believed to be a drug dealer. Horsfall told his girlfriend in the conversation he'll defo buy it if he's doing drugs and that, even if he just bought it to sell on to make a profit. So Horsfall's defence team stated that their client had been using legitimate websites trading in lawful antique firearms and that he has a long-standing interest in collecting antique weapons. He said that the gun was ordinarily stored in the loft and well out of reach of children while he had been storing belongings at his sister's house. He said, in short, he has learnt from this terrible experience and is very sorry for having become involved in this situation. Crooks, who has no previous convictions, worked as a nursery nurse, and her defence said it is clearly a significant difference in their roles. The sentencing judge said firearms can be used to maim and kill. This city has recently suffered a spate of shootings result in the death of young people and even children. The firearm was not sold only to a man with a criminal record, but a man with a leading role in an organised crime group and dealing with the trafficking of Class A drugs. So Horsfall was sentenced to 6 years and 9 months, and Crooks was handed a 2-year sentence. The judge also went on to say, "Sir Crooks, you did this out of greed, for cash to be able to afford cosmetic dental work amongst other things. You encouraged him wholeheartedly in all his criminality. This is not a sentence I can suspend. The offending is so serious that only an immediate custodial sentence can be justified for you, Miss Crooks." So guys, this is a new story coming in from the Northwest. It's your boy GC. Keep it locked, keep it real.